Will it work? A few years ago, I did a video where I cleaned the headlights, the foggy and dirty headlights of my 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan, using Dollar Tree toothpaste and basically a scrubber, some sponge. And surprisingly, the toothpaste and sponge actually did make the light like really bright. It cleaned it up. The problem with it was that after a while, it actually started to fog up again and get kind of cloudy. So we're going to attempt it again this time using Colgate and the scrubber just like before. But afterwards, we're going to dry it off and coat it with water repellent RainX to see if this will keep it from fogging back up and becoming cloudy like this again. You also notice this has a little bit of paint on it because the hood on this vehicle had some paint put on it, primer actually, to control the rust issue. But we'll scrub it off using the scrubber here and the toothpaste and see how it does. I also have a bucket of water, so we're going to wet things down and then get it started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do to begin the process is actually just wet everything down. So I've got the sponge here. I'll just put some water on here. See, we get just make it wet. And then what we're going to do is take the toothpaste and sprinkle this right on here. Just bring it right on here. The toothpaste has like chunks of solid in it, I think. A little bit of chunky stuff in it that I don't know what it is that's actually in it, but that's by the way, I don't think it so much matters. But this is Colgate Icy Blast, and we got like the wind here blowing everything. It's kind of a windy day, but anyhow, we got it all wet here, and I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. I do have the rough side, which will help a little bit, but I'm not pressing too hard. I don't want to scratch up the surface, so I'm pressing really light. But at the top here, I am gonna press a little bit harder. So I'm trying to remove paint. I don't know if the paint will come off. Trying to remove the paint that got oversprayed onto the light here. Might not come off. It might be sticking. But the regular headlight we do have, just polishing it right now. I am running now the sponge side. So we're going to take a look at it. See if this looks any shinier. All right, this is like a 2-minute job. I'm looking here, and I think the paint is still on here. Should have probably covered up the headlight with tape before spraying it. Alright, so I put the rough side again. We're gonna go in a circular manner. Wow, toothpaste is actually very soapy. I must have some kind of soap mixed in with the toothpaste to make it foam up like this. Alright, so I think we've got it clean. I don't think I can get the paint off. The paint's not coming off up here. But it looks like the rest of the crud and other stuff that might be here is indeed off. So we got this one side that has not been done yet. And we got the other side which has been done. And what we're going to do at this point is take some water and kind of pour it on there. I'm going to take the water and pour it on here to kind of clean this and see what it looks like. So here goes nothing. All right. This will give us an indication as to how shiny it is or not. It actually still has kind of a yellowish hue to it. So it's not like super clear, but I can actually see the light inside is a little bit better. So this is what it looks like wet after you have wiped it down. I didn't get all the paint off. I could not get the paint off. Paint is pretty much stuck on there. So this is what it looks like cloudy, and this is what it looks like clear. So it's not super clear, but better. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna attempt to make it even better by drying it off completely using a paper towel. So I've got my little trusty paper towel here. I've pulled off a piece, and I am going to just wipe. And I can see that this is really scratched up. This headlight is scratched up, but we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to do a quick job. So we've got that wiped off. And now for the RainX. So let me get the RainX, and we're gonna go ahead and put that on there and take a look and see what happens next. The RainX box says that you apply it, and it has water beading technology, which dramatically enhances visibility. Normally, RainX is not used for headlights. It's used to do the windshield of your car, so that, you know, according to their picture here, they say this is tested, treated, and untreated. Supposedly it'll make water bead off, but I'm going to try it on the headlight and see if it makes it bead water, you know, when I'm driving through the rain, but also to see if it'll make it even sharper and clearer. So we'll try that out. All right, to use the RainX, which comes in this little bottle with the squirter here, it says you're supposed to wet a towel. You're supposed to put it on a towel, not directly on the surface. So I'm going to spray this down. We've opened it up, but it doesn't seem to be squirting, which means probably have to open it up, and they probably have a safety seal inside. Let me deal with that here. All right, it would not squirt with me just opening it up, so I'm assuming inside here, yeah, see, they had it sealed. So make sure you unseal it before you attempt this. So what we're gonna do is have that open. I am gonna go ahead and squirt some on here liberally. It says to put it on the cloth and then wipe the cloth onto the surface. So that's what we're gonna do. Take this cloth here, and we are gonna wipe this on here. Wow, look at it. Just wiping the RainX on it makes it look shinier. Now, you're supposed to let this sit and glaze over, and then you're supposed to wipe it dry. But I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's coated on here. So I've got the RainX on it right now, and I'm just wiping RainX, letting it coat on there. This is supposed to make the thing bead water. Maybe that'll help. I'm wondering if it actually will fill the little pits. And all right, so it is starting to bead over, and not bead over, but dry out. So it gets a kind of a foggy appearance. We're gonna let that dry a little bit more, and then we're gonna wipe the whole thing off. Interestingly, the backside of the towel, after I wiped it with the RainX, looks like it took some paint and some other goop off. So maybe the RainX removed paint. I don't know. We'll try that. Yeah, look, the RainX is actually removing the paint. Let me try rubbing this to remove the paint. It looks like RainX removes paint. This is good. We're gonna really rub it here along the edge here, and turns out RainX removes paint. So maybe I can actually get this whole thing without paint. That I'm putting a little bit of pressure in it to try to get the paint off. Alright, I wasn't able to get it fully off, but look, maybe some more RainX and some more scrubbing, and we can actually get the paint off. This is interesting to know. RainX removes paint. So I'm going to put some more RainX on this towel and just rub along here a little bit more and see if I can get the paint completely off. Alright, so surprisingly, the RainX actually removed the paint. I don't know if you saw that there was primer that was all along this edge. I put in some pressure and just rubbed it, and it came off. What I'm going to attempt to do now is remove the cloudiness from the cover, the headlight cover, which is plastic, and see what it looks like now. But yeah, it was a side effect. The RainX actually removed the paint that was put on here. So let's try this out. We're going to try a circular motion, and we're going to try to buff it up and just remove. I'm wondering if I should put more RainX on here. I think the RainX actually melts plastic or something. It's not like super clear, but it is a lot clearer than before, and it has RainX on it, which is, I guess, some kind of coating, special coating. Look at that. We're getting it's not like getting a little bit of the yellow off. It's actually taking out the yellow. So I'm wondering if maybe I should get like more RainX and put it on here to totally restore the headlights. But let's take a look. I'm going to dab a little bit of water on it. Bring the water over here and just dab that and go round and round and round and round. So we got just a little bit of water on there. Try to help reduce the friction. I am putting some pressure as I rub it to try to remove the haziness. And it's not like perfectly sharp. It's not super clear. It's not like crystal clear. But looking at this side, this is what it looks like right now. And I'll do a follow-up video later after it rains and stuff to see how it holds up. So this is what it looked like before, kind of, which is, we got a plane going on overhead here. All right, so this is what it looked like before, all like cloudy with paint overspray on the edge of the, I don't know if you can see the paint overspray, that's what it looked like on the edge of the headlights. And this is what it looks like now with it cleaned. It's not super clear, but it is clearer than before. We'll see if it maintains that clean appearance. And I think maybe doing more RainX would actually probably clear it up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up both sides so you can look and see what both headlights look like. All right, here then is the finished product. It is not super clear. I wasn't able to get this super clear. It's still somewhat cloudy, yellowed, but I think that surprisingly the RainX removed the paint. So I was able to take all the paint off here, and this thick paint here that probably needs to be scraped off. But yeah, I was able to remove the paint. And I do suspect that if I took more RainX, just used like a lot of RainX and kept rubbing this, it would eventually become clear, because I think the RainX melts the plastic a little bit. So we'll see. But it does look like it is going to be brighter than before. So this is what the vehicle looks like right now with the headlights. And I'm going to proceed by putting the RainX on the windshield, because RainX supposedly will protect the windshield. It's a water repellent that will protect the windshield from water beating, make the water beat on it. So we're going to do that. I look forward to that video.